everyone, it's me, Mary or Hawk. Welcome back to another video. Excuse the fan in the background, I am very hot in my bedroom and I just need to not melt into a puddle of grease. So if you could excuse me on that, please be bearing with me. So, what's this video about? This video is going to be the doorway spell charm that everyone else is doing here on YouTube. I've seen the Norse Witch, Ivy the Occultist, the Witch of Wonderlust. So many witchy YouTubers are doing this doorway spell, and I thought I'd do my own version, but with a bit of a twist compared to the other people, because I can't do a full-on witch's ladder and put it outside my apartment door. I simply can't. I live in a shared living situation with my parents who aren't the biggest fan of witchcraft, may not want that on their door, and even if I lived alone, like, it's a shared hallway with a bunch of other people, and I don't necessarily want them to see a witch's ladder with, like, bones and feathers, or sticks. Like, I feel like that might get me into some hot water with my neighbors, and frankly, I don't want that. So if you're like me and you want to participate in this spell, but you don't want to raise as many eyebrows, and you want to do things that are a bit more discreet, this is the video for you, especially if you're more creatively inclined. This will be put on my bedroom door because, you know, I don't know if my parents want artwork on the, like, outward facing, like, door, like, in the front of the door. Like, I don't know if they want artwork on there, but I'm going to be putting artwork on my bedroom door that is going to be magically charged, and you're going to need a few things for this working. This working I'm doing is going to be for a safe or protected, comfortable, and prosperous home, so that's what I'm going to be doing this spell for. I have a sigil prepared for this, and you're going to need some herbs for this. I have them already prepared over here, if I can get to them. The first herb is lavender. I think a lot of us have lavender. We're going to need lavender for peace and comfort. This is what this is going to be: peace, protection, comfort. The next herb you're going to need might be harder to get your hands on, but you can get this at a metaphysical store. If there's one nearby, you can probably get it there. Pennyroyal. Pennyroyal is good for peace, protection, and safety. This is very good for that. The next herb you're going to need is basil. I just have this McCormick. I don't have anything fancy. You can get your kitchen spices for this, but this is good for protection, peace, prosperity, and comfort. That's really going to be the main herb for that. The next one is going to be rosemary. This is just, again, kitchen spices, rosemary. This is good for peace, wisdom, and mental clarity and longevity of the spell. So if you want this to work for a long time, you want things to be peaceful and loving and long-lasting, that is the herb for you. The next herb is going to be calendula. Calendula is also good for comfort and prosperity. So, like, I think of, like, calendula in the sense of, like, the prosperous, like, vibrant, sunny aspects of it, but also it has some skin-soothing properties to it, which would suggest it's protective and comforting. So those are the herbs I'm going to use, and you may be wondering, how is this going to relate to artwork? Well, you're going to need a few other things for this. You're going to need some water, and you're going to need a tea kettle. Specifically, you're going to need to use a little bit of hot water and put the herbs in your water cups, and you're going to need to charge them in the water cups. Then you're going to put a little bit of hot water and steep them in there like a tea, and then you're going to put a bit more of a lukewarm or cold water. This is just a reused tea bottle that I'm using for my paint water. And you put it in there just so that the hot water from the tea aspect won't fray or destroy your brushes. You're also going to want some watercolor pencils because you're going to use this to draw your sigil onto your artwork or your piece of paper. Yes, you're going to need some watercolor paper for this. I'm doing watercolor. You can do whatever medium you like. I suggest using watercolor pencils because these dissolve with water, and therefore your sigil can be activated and just imbued into this artwork, but no one's going to go, hey, is that a sigil on your artwork? No one's going to think twice about it because they won't necessarily see the sigil right there and then. Like, this will be a very subtle, very nice way of doing this, and you're going to really want to be abstract about this, or you could be less abstract. I think abstract is better because you can really get the emotion and the feeling of what you're going at for in your painting. And also, I'm going to be using my own watercolor palette. This needs a good cleaning, but you know, I'm going to use my own custom watercolors. I use a mixture of Core, Daniel Smith, Winsor & Newton, Neskaya Palitra with the White Nights watercolor, and that's what I use for my paints. So you don't have to use that. I'm just saying what I use, and I'm also using some Kuretake Gansai Tambi for the metallic aspects of the painting. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using, and I suggest you just paint along with me. And I already have a sigil prepared for the safe, comfortable, and prosperous home. You can do whatever sigil you want. You're going to want to put the sigil on your paper with the watercolor pencil, and then you're going to want to go in and be a bit more abstract, and I'll come back to you at different stages within the artwork just to show you what I'm doing. I don't have the best camera setup to record what I'm doing artwork-wise traditionally, so I'm just going to stop what I'm doing occasionally and show you where I'm at. Alright? Alright. Thank you for watching this far. Keep watching. Now you add the water. After you add the herbs with the intent, a little bit of the water. And let it sit. This here is my sigil. Feel free to use it if you want. This is what I'm using for the safe, comfortable, and prosperous home. So far, my painting looks like this. Yes, the dots you see are herbs. I forgot to put them in a coffee filter. My advice is that you do use a coffee filter, however, you don't have to. Just be sure to clean your brushes extra well and to clean off your palette so that no mold grows. Next, once you have your painting, this is my painting, you're going to want to write your intention, possibly, if you would like to, on the paper, as long as it doesn't sound too magical or witchy. Like, mine is pretty, like, mundane sounding, so I'm going to put mine on my paper using a brush pen of sorts. And this is what it's going to look like on my door. Happy crafting, stay magical. This is Hawk or Mary. Let me know what you made by tagging me or something like that in a video or a post, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.